What's up, fellas? It's Zeke from Boxing No Problem, co-host here, brought to you by my president, Jose, and the man of the hour right here, Arnold Barboza. How are you doing today, bro?
Hey man, I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Oh, we appreciate you, bro. It's about time we get you, bro. Appreciate your time. Um, let's get down to the questions here, bro. The first question is, how did you get into boxing?
Man, I got into boxing when I was 5 and a half. My dad was, doing kickboxing at the time. He was a pro kickboxer, and man, I don't know. One day I was watching some fights with him, and then I just told him I wanted to go to the gym. That's what I wanted to do, and he took me, and here we are. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes,
it was
sir.
kind of like that.
I said, Arnold, and taking it way back, I want to talk a little bit about your amateur career. Did you end up having a long amateur career, and what were your major accomplishments from back in the day?
You know what? I had a big amateur career until I was about like 12 years old. I had about like 65 fights, and that's not including the smoker fights, but I had another like 25 smoker fights. It didn't count, of course, but I stopped boxing for a minute, all through high school and everything, and I came back. And when I came back, I came back at like around 18, and then I fought amateur again. I went and made it all the way to the USA Nationals, and then I lost up there, and that was the first year they did no headgear. So I just after that I just went pro. I just said, you know what, we weren't gonna make the Olympics or nothing like that, so we just go pro.
Gotcha.
That's good. That's good, bro. You made your pro debut back in June 2013, right? How were your emotions heading into the first fight? Any nerves?
Yeah, man, there's always nerves, especially in the beginning of the career. I got nerves, but more excitement. I didn't think that, at the time, I didn't think that it was going to turn out to be something like this, to this magnitude. I was going to make it this far. I just kind of did it just to say I did it, you know, but because I had boxed for so long, but, here we are, man, and, excited and, ready to go.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. And yeah, so far, Arnold, you had a great career. I mean, undefeated fighter, had many accomplishments, and even pulled up some upsets as the underdog. But it seems like from 2021 to 2023, your career has been kind of, stop and go, only being able to fight, once a year. Was that inactivity and the fact that, Top Rank never got you that big fight you deserve the reason you left Top Rank?
Yeah, my mistake, for those, for this last, like 3 years was, kind of waiting for that big fight, waiting for certain people and not getting it, so, Top Rank couldn't deliver the big fight. At one point they had all the top 140 pounders and they didn't give me not even one. So, it was time to move forward, time to move on. We're on to bigger and better plans now. And I'm excited. I'm excited. You see, I got my Golden Boy stuff on. Just had a meeting with them, and I'm excited. I'm excited for the future, man. That's all I can say. I'm very excited. Me and my pops, and and man, I'm ready to go. Like I said, we're golden, man. That's what I keep saying, man. Golden Boy's been amazing.
Awesome.
That's right, bro. And let me tell you, bro, hands down, you got a dope ass fit. Not only right now, but when I see you, you always fit. I'll give you respect to that.
I appreciate it, man. I
Yes,
try,
sir.
brother. I try. I
Nah,
appreciate it.
you got it, bro. You got it in you, bro. I see you. Let's talk about your the Golden Boy. You're now signed with them. Could you tell us about the process of signing with your new promoter and why did you choose Golden Boy?
Oh man, you know what? I kind of it goes back to like I grew up here in LA County. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in El Monte. And it kind of like my whole career. I've always been around nothing but Golden Boy fighters. I mean, there's no really no top rank guys out here, so I was the only one. And man, I'll go to the gyms and that's all I see. And I'll see Golden Boy throwing amazing cards out here and giving them great exposure and great PR and all that. And that's something that I always wanted. I never really got my last promoter and so I kind of feel like it was a long time coming. But I'm at the peak of my career right now, and I think this was the best time and the right time that God seen fit to put it together. I couldn't be more excited. I know Golden Boy's excited, and I'm excited to see what the future holds.
Hell yeah,
Absolutely.
we're all excited.
Yep, and you finally made your Golden Boy debut, earlier in the year against Solisani and Dingini. It was in Las Vegas on the Ortiz Lawson card. How would you rate your performance in your last fight?
Oh man, you know what? the funny thing is that, like, that's not even the way I fight. You know what I mean? Like, I just kind of, like, covered up and put pressure on him 'cause I know he wasn't gonna be able to take it. So, Golden Boy hasn't seen the other style of me where I can box well, I can be sharper, faster. I mean, I did have some ring rust, I hadn't fought in like a year. So I'm excited. I've been back in the gym, so I'm excited to keep sharpening up the skills, and you're gonna see a way better performance my next fight.
I see. Yeah, definitely different gears, different levels you got.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. There were also some exchanges at night post your win with Teofimo Lopez and Rolly Romero. What went down and what was said, if you could say it?
Nah, yeah, man. I mean, you know, Tio, everyone knows the history with me and him, and I swear, man, when he see me, he started walking the other way, and I caught his dad, and I taught me and his dad had exchanged some words. But Rolly, man, it was kind of um, it was weird because I was cool with Rolly, and then he kind of flipped the switch on me, at the fight, and I was like, nah, man, you're tripping. So we just had some back and forth, nothing crazy, you know what I mean? These guys are gonna be who they are, man. You know what I mean? And when they see cameras, they get a little excited and happy. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Hopefully, I can meet them in the future.
Yes, sir.
So,
Well, sir.
and then taking it back a little bit, Arnold, your name came up to fight Regis Prograis when he was looking for a replacement opponent to replace Liam Paro because of injury. And obviously we saw how it turned out. Team Prograis went with a different direction with Danlito Zorrilla, someone you've already beaten. Is there any kind of regret that you didn't get the opportunity to fight Regis Prograis? Because based on how he looked that night, you'd have been world champion now.
No, yeah, I mean, I never, I'm the type of person that I don't regret, my decisions. You know what I mean? Because at the time, I made them, and I don't regret things really. But I still don't regret it because I always want to, put forth my best performance, and I wanted to be in the best shape. That's the big fight, the biggest fight of my career. And I'm not, no disrespect to other fighters, but I'm not an opponent where you can get me last minute in a 3 week notice and expect me to be in there. You know what I mean? And then the only reason why I think Zorrilla didn't win that fight is exactly why, because he didn't have a training camp. He only had the same amount, like 3 weeks. So that's why he didn't throw as much, or else I think he could have got the victory and maybe stop Regis, But and Zorrilla said it. He goes, man, I didn't have a camp. I was tired. I was just why I moved so much. So it was kind of like a situation where I was like, man, you know what? If this is gonna be the biggest fight of my career, I want to be 100%. And plus, fighting on another network and doing all that, it came with a lot of different little things that people don't understand, purse wise, So,
Yep.
so I'm just glad, that made the decision I made, because I wouldn't have been 100%.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now let's bring up Subriel Matias. That's the only champion. I mean, the only guy in your weight class that doesn't have any plans yet. Is that someone you're willing to fight next?
Listen, of course, what I'm saying. Right now I'm in the WBO route, what I'm saying, and that's the route that we want to take. We want to kind of fight Teofimo and force him to, fight us as mandatory. But, you know, um, listen, it's a real, if they want to make the fight and they come to terms with my promoter, then that's fine. You know what I'm saying? We want a title fight, so that'll be a fun fight as well. I don't know if how's his hand and all that stuff, but look, we're not waiting for nobody. We told Golden Boy that we want to stay active, so that's the most important thing for us is activity. So we're looking to fight, hopefully soon and get back in the ring and not waiting, like I said, not waiting for no big name. Just keep fighting and keep winning.
Yeah, potentially a great fight that we saw shared recently on social media is between you and Liam Paro. He said you're down. You said you're down. Have you talked to Oscar at all about the Liam Paro fight, or what's the next move on that one?
No, you know what? I had a meeting with Golden Boy today, and we talked about the future, but nothing came up with him. It's funny because when he was number one and I was calling him out, he ignored me, and now that I'm number one, he wants to call me out, and then I was like, yeah, let's do it. But and then, my pops was like, that fight don't even make sense. You know what I mean? He's just trying to, get back to number one, but he won't beat me either way. But we have other plans and good plans. If the fight presented itself, listen, if the fight presented itself, for like for an interim or title eliminator, of course, but But as of right now, we're sticking to the game plan with Golden Boy and see what they have next. Maybe it is him. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But we haven't got offered a name yet, and hopefully we get a date and a name soon.
Yep.
Oh, cool. That's good, bro. That's good. Is there a dream venue you would like to headline one day?
Is there what?
Is there a dream venue you would like to headline one day?
Oh yeah, yeah. I would like to headline at the Forum. You know what I'm saying? That's a historic place. Lakers played
Oh
there,
yeah.
man. That's my team. I fought Staples Center, I fought StubHub, I fought the LAFC. I fought pretty much almost all the venues in LA, but the Forum, would be amazing for me to headline, man. That would be a dream come true.
That's a good
Yes,
venue.
sir.
I was there for Thriller Verse 5 at the Forum. Good energy,
Yeah,
good venue.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
I
amazing.
was uh I was there for the Rocha versus Santillan.
Yeah, I was there too for that one.
Yeah.
That's like when I was, like we were in the process of finalizing my deal with Golden Boy, and they invited me out to that fight, and it was amazing, man. It's cool.
Yeah, so
Nice. That's another one of like, you were like, I made the right deal signing with Golden Boy, knowing what kind of events they throw.
Oh man, it's amazing, man. Like it's like it's like night and day for me right now. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm getting treated the way I've been supposed to get treated. And I have no complaints, man. Happy.
Nice. And then Arnold, next question for you is like, who's been the hardest puncher you've been in the ring with, either in sparring or one of your fights?
Um, in sparring, let me see. Who would I say?
a little tricky.
Probably in sparring, it'd be Brandon Adams, the guy that fights like at 160, the
Oh
one that
yeah,
knocked out
When you
yeah. He
Sergey.
Mhm.
Yeah, I sparred him and Duke could crack. I was like, dang.
yeah, yeah, he trains at Cannon Nation and I think Santa Fe Meet or something.
Yeah, yeah, he was in Maywood when I sparred him. So I remember he had pop. 'Cause I mean maybe too he was heavier than me too. But yeah, I felt like a sting in his punches.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Zoria has pop too. Zoria has some
Uh,
good sneaky power. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Who is it? Who has been the trickiest or most difficult fighter to figure out in your career so far?
Um, man, I don't know. I
It's a bunch
think
of fighters.
yeah, man, it's a bunch. Man, I don't know. I haven't really had like if you look at my fights, there's always like, a fight that someone's had in their career, like, oh, he didn't look good or he controversial, but I've always stepped up, in the plate. I've always won every fight, unanimously, usually, there hasn't been a fight where like, oh, he could have lost that fight. No, I've always stepped up, so I don't know, man. I know Pedraza was tricky too because he was lefty righty, and moved weird. So I mean, probably Pedraza. I mean, if I was to say one.
And then kind of similar question, but looking back at your career so far, which is the kind of the fight or some fights that just stand out as kind of your most proud fights where you're like, that was my best, I'm really proud of that fight.
I think the best performance that I had, the top two, I think was like the Alex Salcedo fight, and then in the Mike Alvarado fight. I think those were like kind of like the two that I'm more proud of. Salcedo fight because we both won a war, man. We both threw a lot of punches, and then the Mike Alvarado fight, man, it was Staples Center. It was like kind of my opening, come out fight, in LA, and that was amazing.
I think El Cholo was undefeated too, right? Heading to your fight,
I think he had one
one
loss.
loss. Yeah, but
Yeah, I
no,
think that was against Maurice Hooker. Yeah,
Sucker. Yeah,
yeah,
no one is a puncher. So yeah, that was definitely a good fight.
yeah, that was man. I threw like over 100 punches around that whole
Yeah,
fight.
yeah, yeah. All right. But as we all have our, favorite fighter growing up, who was your favorite fighter growing up? Or if you have one, two, or three, it's fine. You can name them.
Yeah, man. Like I mean, of course, Chavez. Everyone loved Chavez. Oscar. Was one of my favorites too. Sugar Ray. Was one of my Sugar Ray Leonard was one of my favorites. Mike Tyson. Was another one. Man, just list goes on, man. So those Infinito Lopez was amazing.
Yeah,
So those fighters my top.
awesome.
Yep, can't go wrong with any of those names. Uh,
Yeah.
and now talking about present day, who do you consider to be the number one pound for pound fighter today?
I think Crawford, hands down. I think Terrence
Mhm.
Crawford takes it.
Yeah, I agree.
Then the next matches are potential matches or happening in the future. I want your thoughts on these. Is Benavides versus Munguia? David Benavides, I'm sorry.
Dave Benavides,
Yes,
man,
Munguia.
I like Benavides, man. He's a beast. But McGee is too, man. McGee is beast too, bro. And that's a fight that I kind of keep it 50-50, bro. Honestly, you know what I mean. I can't pick a choosing side on that one,
That could be
I
the
like it.
tagline for the fight, the Battle of the Beasts.
bro.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
And this next one is both the guys that are they're both talented, bro. Just to name them, Davis versus Haney.
I'd probably, I don't know, man. That's a tough one. I'd probably go at what weight class? At 140?
Yeah, we could talk about 140.
I'd probably go Haney. I
Haney.
mean, longer, sharp, you know. And I know, Davis starts off slow and he kind of waits for you to make a mistake, but Haney could probably pick him outside all day, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
I think Haney will edge that.
Cool, cool. You think it will be a little different if they were to be at 135? I mean,
Oh
as
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I think Haney's, done with 35. You know that the way he looks in the weigh-ins is scary, bro. So I think he's done with 35.
yeah,
I think that he's way past it. He's even talking about going to 47.
Heard.
yeah.
Maybe
I've
and
seen
after a
that.
few fights, because he's big, bro. You see what he rehydrated to?
Yeah.
That tells you everything there. You know what I'm saying, bro? I rehydrate like only like 10 pounds, 11. I'm like, damn, bro, how do you go up that much, bro? That's crazy. What the fuck do you eat a cow, bro? What the fuck? That's crazy.
And his next one is Teofimo Lopez and Subriel Matias.
I'll go Matias for sure.
Matias.
I mean, that's a no brainer. I think Matias is the most dangerous 140 pounder champion right now. I think Devin's the most talented, but I think Sabrina Matias is the most dangerous for anybody.
Yep.
Cool. This next one is gonna happen in the next few months, bro. Tim Tszyu versus Keith Thurman.
Oh man, Zoo. That's bro. Fuck Keith Thurman, bro. I don't fuck with him.
Especially after
No,
yesterday's comments. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah, bro. I don't fuck with him, bro.
this is crazy.
Yeah, well, coming back to you, Arnold, what are some things you like to do outside of boxing? Some of your interests and hobbies?
Oh man, you know what, man? I'm just very chill, bro. Like honestly, like I get asked that a lot. They're like, "Oh, what do you do like for fun on your free time?" I say, "Damn, bro, what do I do for fun other than train, bro? I'm fucking in the gym all the time." You know what I mean? But nah, I spend time with the kids, man, and I like to. I'm a in house person. I love being home, barbecuing with family. Just having a good time with friends. I don't really have too much of a big hobby outside of it. I don't really do anything that puts my body in danger. You know what I'm saying? Like my sons have quads and they go off roading and stuff, but I don't mess with that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's just stuff like that, vacations. My family and Glamis stuff like that.
That's what's
Nice.
up, bro. What do your LA and your SoCal roots mean to you?
Oh man, it's everything. It's everything, man. I think we have the best fan base. I love it, man. I love it. I love where I grew up. I love the city I represent, the county I represent. I love the air I breathe, man. And, I love it. I love it, man. Couldn't be more to me.
Yep, yep. And then this next question, more for the future generation. What's the best piece of advice you would give someone who's thinking about going pro and making a career out of boxing?
Man, so much. Be smart. Stick to who was there from the beginning. Remain humble. Keep yourself grounded. Careful what you sign and who you sign with. As far as managers and stuff like that. Um, you know, um, just always be aware of your surroundings. Don't get caught up in your hype. I see a lot of fighters, with 5, 10 fights, maybe even 15. With their heads big, bro, and they think they're this and that, and then they get a reality check, and they're like, they get into depression, and they start, So I just remain humble, man. Remain humble. Remain who you are. And always remember where you come from.
Good advice.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Then the final question is not a question, but more to the audience. You have any message for your fans and supporters?
Oh man, just stay tuned. I hope to have some news soon, like in the next week or 2 weeks, few weeks. I had a great meeting with Golden Boy today. I'm excited about the future. And stay tuned, man. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the people that are gonna support, and I appreciate you guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for, for giving us the time to interview. I know you get busy with family, with practice, gym, and all that. But we appreciate your time, bro. Thank you.
And
No, no,
then
I appreciate you guys too, man. I appreciate you guys taking the time as well. Appreciate
no
it.
problem, Arnold. Before we let you go, can you drop your socials for people that are finding you for the first time?
Yeah, yeah. I wanna follow me on Instagram on Arnold underscore Barboza underscore Jr. On Twitter as Junior Barboza Arnold. Stay tuned, man. We're ready. Excited.
Yes, sir.
Gosh, we're,
Thank
we're
you.
we're excited for you as well, man. Gonna get active again and just
Yes,
go
sir.
full
Yes,
steam ahead.
sir. Yes, sir. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks, Arnold. All right, take
Yes,
care.
sir. All right,
Later.
man.